guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are new here, do hit that subscribe button and become part of the wilderness. I know. Where have I been? Why have I been gone so for long? But like, I'm back, at least. If anybody's looking for a reason, I've been struggling mentally. But I'm back with, this is not my first video for the year because I've been dropping music. But like, this is like the first like proper content for the year that I have dropped. That's how I'm like, Happy New Year. Everything that's gorgeous, guys. Like, keep thriving, keep doing the most. Like, may this year only be filled with happiness and peace. And as you can see by the title of this video, your girl is gonna be plugging you with like ways we will be setting boundaries for 2022. So I will be highlighting all like the important I will be like highlighting all important places in your life where you can set boundaries, like all the areas in your life that you can and you should set some boundaries, Already, like me in general, I've always like struggled with setting boundaries, especially with like other people, because I'm always like, oh my gosh, but what if they like feel bad if I say no? Like, I'm always out here considering other people's feelings, but then other people aren't like out here considering my feelings. Like, so yes, I will be sharing key tips on what like the type of boundaries they are and like what you can do to set those boundaries with these people. Very important to let you guys know, like, boundaries in general are not for other people to smell, but for you to be able to set. Like, without you thinking twice for yourself, you need to be like, no, look here, this thing and this thing and this thing is not tolerable. Disclaimer, here's a very annoying bird that's working on my nose. But we still gonna do this. Like, we gonna do this and we gonna finish recording this video. Also, quick letting you know, I saw this like boundary setting conversation on the Red Table Talk with Jada and her mom, and then they had two featuring guests. But I think I will link the video down below so you can also go watch that, just if you're interested as well. Not a paid promotion because I don't think Jada Pinkett Smith will like sponsor me. As I said, boundaries aren't for other people to set. It is your responsibility to be able to tell people that, look here, no. You can never ever in your life control how other people respond towards how you set your boundaries. Like, you can literally go up to somebody and be like, I don't like that, and they would just be like, how could you feel that type of way? And they would just like lose their minds. Honestly, once you even start setting your boundaries, it starts challenging other people's behavior, and like, it shows to you who like really would stands to respect that you are a human and you have like requirements to be able to like say no to certain things. Because if you don't want to, you don't want to, and you don't have to just because other people want to, As we start with all the key boundaries that there are, and I will explain each and every one of them, and then I will explain to you how you can handle the situation. First boundary I'm about to speak of is emotional boundaries. So this boundary, my bro, this boundary in its own, like, this boundary is the example they use in like the video was how a wife was like confiding into her husband, and she was telling him how she had like a very upsetting day and like she didn't really enjoy it, and like so much has been going on and she just feels very upset about it. And her husband was like, look, yo, why are you going on so blah 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 blah? This is now like letting people overstep your emotional boundaries. Why is she going on so? Because like there's so much things going on in the world. This is all going on about like small little things, And where the boundary comes in is when I'm actually also very guilty of this, because I like telling people how to feel. Like, if somebody's upset, I'm like, no, 2 weeks from today you'll be fine. And sometimes other people don't even want to be told how to feel their emotions. Like, sometimes you should just let people feel, because in all honesty, you can't determine other people's emotions. Like, if they're upset about something, they know that thing is big to them. You need to respect it just the way they do. People themselves determine what a big deal is. Like, to you it might not be a big deal, but it is very important to respect when people feel like, no, it's a big deal. So if you do not have anything nice to say or to support other people's feelings, please just keep quiet. And when it comes to setting emotional boundaries, like with yourself, when you feel any type of way, you are very much entitled to feel the way you feel about anything. As long as you don't disrespect other people's like feels as well, then you are entitled to feel any type of way you want to. And people are not allowed to tell you that, no, in about a week you need to stop crying. Because it's not fair to tell you how to feel your emotions. So set that boundary with your emotions, especially if you feel like a lot is going on in your life and somehow it's just like not making sense. You are very much entitled to be upset about things. And people should not tell you like how not to and how to feel your emotions. Next boundary is a material boundary. So this boundary, right? This boundary, you know, when people just like, because especially like one thing I've noticed this one being an issue with is like people very close to you, unfortunately, because somehow they just think and believe that just because we're cool all the time, they could just like, you know, come fetch that dress out of your cupboard and be like, no, Janice, I'm borrowing it for this week, without even asking you. That's where the issue comes in, you know. People need to stop acting entitled when it comes to like your own stuff, because yes, we are friends, or yes, we are family, but I cannot come to my cousin today and be like, yeah, come give me your phone because I need to do this and this and this and this and this, and they just now need to sit and watch me just like take their stuff. Like, you need to respect other people's things, my guy. Please respect other people's things. Like, I very much feel like, especially if you have people as close to you in your life, you need to be able to tell them like, no, I do not like you overstepping this, because like you could have asked, like at least ask me. So if I say no, or even if you know the answer will be yes, please ask me. I'll very much appreciate it if I get listened to, because you can't just come through and come take my stuff and then I must look at you and leave you and be like, okay, no, it's fine, no, just take it. Like, no. Sometimes some people just don't want you touching their stuff, and this is you very much confidently just wanting to take and not ask. And I feel like when it comes to a material boundaries, like people need to respect your relationship like that you have with them, and to be, it's only just fair to be like, can I please, you know, manners. I feel like very much a lot of people's parents taught them manners, you know, please and thank you, ask, and then the answer shall be given. The next boundary I'm hopping on is an intellectual boundary. You can already hear that one that says intellectual. Is when people come at you for believing what you believe, or like for coming at you for like for your ideas. Imagine this is you one time, oh my gosh, I feel like going to Cape Town this December will be really nice. And then your friend comes through and they're just like, oh my gosh, no, why would you want to go to Cape Town? Because I want to! I'm trying to not cuss for 2022. Because I'm not trying to be that girl no more. You know, I'm trying to be shaved, changed. But because I want to. Like, if I feel like, especially if you have dreams and stuff that you want to achieve, and some people just come at you and they're like, oh my gosh, like no, that's too big, or that's too this, or that's too that. Like, girl, get out of here. Just, and I feel like, if, in all honesty, if people cannot respect my boundaries, I will not be dealing with you anymore. For 2022, we are cutting off everybody. And I'm saying everybody. Everybody that does not know how to respect another's boundaries. And as I said, I have a very, 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 very tough time with like being able to set these boundaries with other people, because I always feel like oh my gosh, what if they like get upset only because I don't want to do something. Like, I don't feel like I need to be forced to want to do anything just because you feel like it. The intellectual boundary is when you set boundaries, like, is also again with your people around you, your friends, your family. If you have an idea and you believe in something that you want to do, then I feel like you go for it. Because once people start like downing it, it's just like, okay, so you don't respect my dreams, you don't respect the things I believe in, and you do not respect my ideas. And I do not appreciate the fact that some people can actually like full force look you in your face and be like, no, but that is stupid. And then this is you having planned this for so long, and then some people just come at you to be like, no, you can't. That's very discouraging. So if you are that friend that likes like coming at people just because they like believe in things, please stop. Just stop. Stop it. Stop breathing. Just stop. So the next boundary a girl is jumping into is a physical boundary. What had happened is this girlfriend, it was a couple, and the girlfriend invited a friend over, and then the boyfriend is a very do not get into my space type of person, and the girlfriend actually warned her friend. She was like, look here, he's not the touchy-feely type of person, so please just don't get into his space like that. But like, he's cool, you know, she understands him, they understand each other, they know how this works. The friend comes over, and literally in that same exact breath, this girl comes and she hugs the boyfriend, and she's like, hello. No, she's a hugger. After this guy like is no shake my hand, you know, because he doesn't like that. He's all for the shaking hands, and then she's like, no, she's a hugger. So even after she was warned about the fact that he does not like it, she still crossed the boundary. So what your boy did in like the clip where he set the boundary with her, he literally just like backed her up friendly, nicely, just to be like, no, sorry, I'm not the type of guy, but I'll shake your hand, like, come through, we got this. And he shook her hand, and then by the time they sat down on the couch, this girl's just like, no, all up in this nigga's space. And he literally had to respectfully just tell her, like, look here, I do not appreciate it, you know, because sometimes you can subtly like remove someone's arm if it's like around you and you don't want it. But sometimes some people just don't want to listen. Some people do not know how to listen because they don't want to listen. So you need to literally voice the fact that, look here, my bro, this thing that you're doing, especially the fact that you're touching me, and guys, I still have a very big problem with like that boundary, because sometimes when like people are like, then I'll be like, but then I don't want you to be touching on me like that. Like, sometimes I don't want to hug. Like, I'm a big hugger. I love hugs. I really love hugs. But then some days, you know, I just want to be left alone and just like be left alone. So I do not like being like gotten into my space, because like, whoa, hold up, sir. With the physical boundaries, when people get into your space and like you just don't appreciate them being there, you should just literally respectfully tell that person that, look here, I do not, hold up, back up, we cool though, but you know. And then lastly, the last boundary I will be touching on is sexual boundaries. And please do not run away just because you heard the word, you know, because this one is actually a very serious one, and this is one that I've been struggling with. Like, my guy, let me tell you, and let me explain to you what it is. The scenario they used in the video that I watched was how there was like a family reunion thing, and then this lady, by her brother-in-law even, this guy just comes up to her and he's like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, blah 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 blah, if I could like handle that I would, blah blah blah. And he's like making a lot of like disrespectful sexual comments, knowing it's his brother's wife. He still goes, he's like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, oh my gosh, this dress is sitting so sexy, oh my gosh, this and this and this and this. And usually, like in the not setting boundaries part, she was just like, and that's messed up, guys, because like some people think they like to make jokes me. funny jokes. They think they're funny. Now they're making jokes and they're like, oh my gosh, it was just a joke. It wasn't funny though. It wasn't funny. I didn't laugh. Like, yes, I gave a little uncomfortable giggle, but that wasn't because I thought she was funny though. In the part she has set a boundary with the brother-in-law, she literally just told him, she's like, look, I do not like the way you are speaking to me or the type of things that you are saying. Because it's nothing to tell somebody, oh my gosh, you look beautiful today. But now you need to tell me about how my breasts be looking nice, how my booty be doing the most, how this, how that, how... Relax, my guy. Just stop. Please stop. Can we, like, in 2022, please normalize not sexualizing women when they do not want to be sexualized? And this is a whole other conversation that I will probably separately have. Please comment down below if I should talk about, like, women being sexualized, because that's a topic on its own that's like a bit untouchy. Because yes, we feel ourselves, and yes, we dress as sexy as we do, but sometimes, not even sometimes, all the time, you should still respect me. It's as easy as that. Like, you know, women do what they do for whatever they do it, and you gotta respect it whether you want to or not. Men's and even ladies. Like, I feel like some women probably also now and then act inappropriate when it comes to, like, guys. To be like, oh my gosh, because it's nice for me to say no, guys must stop. But if women do it as well, I'm not that type of girl. But like, if you do it, stop. Just stop, because it's not cute. And lastly, I'm gonna even be honest with you, like, boundaries are literally a lifelong practice. Like, a lifelong practice. Like, your boundaries could change every single day if you feel like it, because you are allowed to feel any type of way about anything you want to feel about. Like, as long as you're not harming people or like being mean to people or like just, you know, being a terrible person, then I do not agree with whatever you think is fine, you know. But in all honesty, you can change your mind at any time. Like, today you could feel like you want to be this person, but like tomorrow you want to be somebody else. As long as you're not harming anybody, you can do whatever you want with your life. Also, very important, please note to self, very important, it is never too late for you to set a boundary in your life, ever. Like, just because you allowed certain things at a certain time, at a certain point, you do not have to allow it tomorrow, today, or the day after that. However you feel, you are entitled to feel like. But as I said, do not hurt other people. That is it. Like, you can be who you want to be, just do not be a terrible person. We have reached the end of the video. Ooh. We're done now. And do like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment if you have anything to say about this topic as well. Love, light, and more love and more light to all you humans out there, you know. Please stay gorgeous, look after one another, and just like keep thriving.